welcome, folks, to yet another exciting episode of Winter BWF as the brand new champion just crowned last week. This is Canadian Cole making his way down to the ring as he will get things started off here in our third episode of this Winter BWF season here in 2006.
Bonjour, mes amis. Je suis Canadian Carl. My French is not as good as it used to be, so I stick with Anglais and maybe a little German accent. This, if you all watched last week's show, you would have seen the amazing defeat of Canadian Carl against both the general manager and the unknown. And I am wearing this title over my left shoulder because I am left-handed. Now,
that makes sense.
Since I have beaten every single competitor that we have in this winter business, in the history, I've beaten every one of them, and all in a no disqualification, no referee match. What more could you ask for to be the winter BWF champion?
Makes a valid point. What do we have here? This is a brand. Oh, look at that! A brand new superstar.
Canadian Carl.
See what we got here.
BWF. What the hell happened to your French accent, asshole? What French accent? You had it last week. Wait a second. Who the hell are you? Look at me. Who do you think I am? I'm the masked Marley, you bitch. You some kind of freak with your thing?
You just said he's the masked Marvel.
Yeah. What the hell is up with that? I wear it to protect my true identity.
That's why most superheroes wear it.
What do you have around your shoulders? A jacket? A jacket? I've got something to be proud of. I've got something to show off to my many fans across this great world. And all of them look to this. So what? You beat some guy who doesn't even have a name and some pussy GM manager? What? Our general manager?
Yeah, you had to see this coming as now the general manager, perhaps a little annoyed at the comments made by the masked Marvel, comes out to the ring. Let's see what he has to say.
Thank you for coming out finally.
Did I hear somebody say some pussy GM? Yeah, some pussy GM.
That's what he said. Get him, Bort. Get him. I heard him say something about your mother, too.
Actually, I kind of like him, so you know what? Tonight, you versus you for the title!
What?
No, that's certainly a surprise.
Yes, sir. And to make sure that it's a fair match, because
I have jet lag.
You cheated!
How?
You cheated. I don't care how you did, you just cheated. To make sure that's a fair match.
You're unfair.
No, I'm trying to improve the fairness.
Oh, how? How are you going to do that?
I am personally going to be the referee.
Finally, we got some.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Are you going to call it right down the middle?
Hell no.
What?
That's damn right.
Well, this is certainly confusing. You can understand the dumbfounded look there on the champion's face as this new superstar walks away there. Now we get the graphic up on your screen. There you go. You see it there live, folks. Main event here tonight is going to be the brand new superstar making his debut here tonight. The Masked Marvel taking on the champion, Canadian Cole. And it's going to be the first time ever that we have a match involving a masked man, or at least in the winter season, that is. And it's also the first time that we're going to have a refed match, and yet it somehow may very well end up being the least fair of all the matches so far. We'll have to wait and see how Swedish Sven wants to call it as we rejoin the live action right here with Swedish Sven ready to announce out the superstars.
And it is for the BWF Winter Season Championship. Introducing first to the ring, weighing at 135 pounds, he is the challenger, Masked Marvel!
And here comes that brand new superstar. Don't know what to expect from him quite yet.
Hey, it's nice to see you, pussy. Nice to see your eyes. And the
Nice little
opponent,
exchange there.
he is the BWF Winter Season Champion, weighing at 125 pounds. Canadian Carl.
Oh,
And
Canada.
now the illustrious
It's a
champion,
home and
the
native
Canadian
land.
Carl himself,
Patriot love.
making
In
his
all
way
its
out to the ring,
husband.
serenading himself with that Canadian national anthem as he makes his way over to the fence post and shows off the belt just to let all the neighbors in the neighborhood know who is truly the champion. Mass Marvel tossing some snowballs there, accidentally hit the man who will actually be the referee. We'll see if that influences his call here in this match as the bell rings, and we are officially underway. Canadian Carl not quite sure what to do with his title belt. I think he's trying to maybe distract referee Swedish Sven so that he could maybe use that title belt on the Mass Marvel, but to no avail as Canadian Carl gets off to a pretty solid start. Lands the first move, but now it's the Mass Marvel getting back to his feet, and he looks like he's going to be going for something here. Now, just trying to drag Canadian Carl right into that fence and tosses him in quite hard, if you do say so myself. Mass Marvel here, making his debut on tonight's show. And he's going for that ankle lock that we've seen applied by the Unknown quite often. Oh, look at this. Swedish Sven just getting in there, and he's driving the face of Canadian Carl into the snow. And keep in mind here, folks, that Canadian Carl and Swedish Sven, they were locked in a match, a triple threat match last week. And so there might be a little bit of bad blood translating over here. That might be the reason for why Swedish Sven decided to do that to his fellow wrestler.
Je suis très, très, très fort.
Oh, 3 times as strong. Perhaps as Canadian Carl goes for the pin.
Come on, ref.
Oh, this is just disgusting. Now that's easily a 3 count, Swedish Sven. Come on.
What is that?
What? Oh, sorry.
Canadian Carl has definitely a reason to be upset there. Swedish Sven translating for him to the French. Duh. And that gave an opportunity for Mass Marvel to maybe get himself back into this match. Now the general manager, even though he's the referee, he's starting to climb the fence, gets about halfway up, and that looks about as far as he's going to get. Now he's going to go for the elbow drop as the referee. Keep in mind, Swedish Sven is not a live wrestler in this match. He is the referee. And just applied an elbow drop to Canadian Carl, then quickly looking for a 3 count. And Swedish Sven looks to be a little bit upset that he was unable to count Canadian Carl out 1, 2, 3. Canadian Carl again using that distraction technique, and this time it works on the man wearing the red mask. Canadian Carl got a hold of that mask. Maybe he's trying to grab it off here. And Swedish Sven again helping out the Mass Marvel. Tosses Canadian Carl down. Now he's trying to count him out. I guess it was a 7 count, and now Canadian Carl tosses him aside. Well, in fair circumstances, even a no referee match would be better for the champion at this point. The Mass Marvel is back to his feet, applying a number of punches to the face of the Canadian. Now Canadian Carl bouncing off that fence post, and he comes right back in, and the Mass Marvel gave him a nice flying elbow. Not sure what that is. Maybe he's just pulling up his pants. Now Mass Marvel going to work here. Kick to the gut. Maybe looking for a suplex coming up here, and he deploys the suplex to the champion. So far here, the Mass Marvel has had a pretty decent debut, if you do say so myself. Of course, he has been helped out significantly by the referee in this one. Mass Marvel slowly brings the champion over towards the fence. Maybe he was looking to catapult him into the face, but instead, Canadian Carl didn't go anywhere. Now applying the pin, and again, Swedish Sven with a quick 2 count a couple of times, still unable to tap out the champion. Now Canadian Carl getting in, and he has that STF locked in. Got the leg locked. Got the face in that crossbody hold, and Swedish Sven, the referee, says, that's enough. We'll let him up. Oh, even shoving Canadian Coral aside, maybe getting a little bit more time for the Mass Marvel to recuperate here. And it looks like Canadian Coral's setting up for something. Oh, maybe going for that Rolling Thunder! And there it is, applied to the Mass Marvel, the challenger. Here in this one, now the pin-up coming for the champion as he looks for the 3 count. And once again, Swedish Sven slows down the count. Now Canadian Coral right back to work, looking to set something up here, trying to dive off the fence, and I don't think that one worked quite the way our champion thought it would. Both seem to be in pain after this one. Yeah, Swedish Sven, we're just as confused as you are.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Again, Canadian Coral trying to count out the champion.
1, 2, 3.
All odds against Canadian Coral at the moment. He's got the referee against him. He's got an opponent who's showing a little bit of moxie. As now the Mass Marvel, the challenger, goes up to the top of the fence. Looking to maybe do something here. He's setting himself up. It's a very unsturdy fence up there, by the way, folks.
Come on, you mass freak.
Swedish Sven trying to get him to finally dive off the fence, and I guess he took a little too much time. Now Mass Marvel calling for Swedish Sven to drag him back over, and Swedish Sven obliges. He's going to drag Canadian Coral into position. And now Mass Marvel going up to the top of the fence. What a dive with the elbow! And the fence is broken. The fence is broken, folks. Mass Marvel broke the fence. Canadian Coral riling in pain. He takes another kick to the gut. Now here maybe is the end. There's the twist of fate applied by the Mass Marvel. Get on him, kid. Oh, and there's the quick 3 count as Swedish Sven pretty much decides this one all by himself and makes sure that the Mass Marvel has come away victorious here today.
Over the right shoulder, baby. It's all about unity.
Yeah, sure, we'll go with that. Unity it is for the Mass Marvel. Certainly an interesting character. Now he's our BWF champion as he attacks the very man who very well might have helped him win here today.
Thanks for the help.